Now when I'm inside, it's your vibe, leaving me you getting high. I ain't even just fucking with you, even if they try. See, I'm so naughty, I ain't never fucked that job. My eyes while I sleep, hope you be there when I wake. Honestly, I feel a vibe, yeah, the game. If there's something in your mind, you can tell me. And if I told you it's so mine, would you have it? You won't see the bigger picture, it's just gonna take time. Just because we're mine, I'm gonna keep you looking like a dime. Even when perfection, sure you fine. Baby, what's your sign? We win against the Hi everyone, sorry, let me get myself situated and stuff like that. And just dropped my camera and everything like that. Hi everybody. So I wanted to welcome everybody here to Hawaii. It's 9:45 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And the point of all of this is because the Republicans has declared war. Yes. Oh, sorry. Sexual contact is strictly prohibited. All violators will be banned. Any stuff like that. So the reason why I'm saying that is because I made bets and I made deals that if I do certain things, I can prove that the reason why they do this is because they're declaring war. Okay. And the reason why I say that they're declaring war is because they idolize a human being. They do not respect or idolize the words of the democracy. So if they do not analyze or respect the democracy, then that means they are against the United States of America, because the United States of America is foundationed and founded on justice, fair, and liberty and freedom for all. That is the foundations of it. So anyone that is not practicing or observing this type of behavior or executing their lifestyle in this type of behaviors as the best as they can, they are definitely against and declaring war against the United States of America. The reason why we cannot punish the prince is because we are not going to do the same mistake we did with Osama bin Laden. Is because you guys are asking and demanding, all you Republicans are demanding accountability from this prince. Okay? Technically, he's under the laws that he's also a president. You cannot indict him or you cannot do that. You cannot charge him. He's the president of his country. That's the reason why I'm telling all of you Republicans can tell you guys are good brainwashers. It's because you guys are brainwashing the people of America that we have to hold accountability on this prince. Donald Trump declared war against the United States of America. His first battle and his first attack was January 6, 2021. Sorry. Donald Trump's declaration and declare of war was all the incitement before that day. All the gangs and all the groups that got together, they're called alliances. When all alliances got together, they declared war. Okay? So how can we, us here in America, demand accountability from a prince that's also known as a president, and we cannot do it from our ex-president? Why and where does the right of the United States of America to demand accountability from another country? when they cannot collect accountability against an ex-president that murdered his own police officer. Sorry. Yes. He murdered his own police officer. And please forgive me. I told you, usually I get the signs from God. And usually when I catch these symptoms, I know there's a second wave coming or another wave coming. So I already gave Hawaii their stand fast. And this is the proof that you need to stand fast. You need to be proactive. And stuff like that. So, please forgive me. I forgot to make me tea this morning and have my tea ready when I did this. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with what I need to say. Okay. I did all of that is because all you insiders know that the reason why I was yelling freedom, oh, that's not funny. Now you guys know why I made that live. And it was about CPAC. And they did it. They did everything they did as I said they was going to do as CPAC. All the way down to the golden idol that they was going to bring. Because the golden idol, you guys all know I designed it. You guys all know I designed it because I'm the one that calls Donald Trump a fairy. Remember? I called him a midget fairy. Because so anyways, so you guys know the joke that when me and Donald Trump was grumbling with each other, I called him a fucking fairy. Yeah. So, because I called Donald Trump a fairy, okay, that's why the idol looks like a fairy. Because I bet everybody, even though that Donald Trump's idol looks like a fairy, they will still idolize him. I would bet that. I bet you that even though that I created it, funded the money, I told you he was going to be proud of his fairy. So, let's move on to the next subject. My questions to all of you now is, when you are hired for a job, would your boss let you excuse me. My question is, would your boss or the company you work for let you leave your job, abandon your job, abandon your job description, abandon the business, and make it bad for business because business cannot move forward because you did not tend to work? To go to a rally or go to a concert just to talk on a stage about nonsense things. For real, would your boss let you take a day off to do like what they did on CPAC? So why are you, as the people of the United States of America, allowing these people to react that way on everything? Sorry, I think my throat's too dry. I like this in the glass better. For real. I'm trying this inside the can one. I'd rather have it in the glass bottle. It tastes better in the glass bottle. Like, for real. Because if it was in a glass bottle, I would be like tanking it right now. But I'm going to sip on it because, yeah. So, anyways. So, Republicans, going to CPAC is more important than doing your job. So, you telling me that we voted for you, elected for you, appointed you to go play at a concert. Republicans, we're paying you to go to a concert called CPAC, when obviously we're in a rush right now. We need the nominees in session. We need the nominees to get to work. We need the secretaries to be already set. What is these Republicans doing not at work? Getting this done. Giving me and giving the rest of the people probable cause why they reject or agree. Why are they down at Florida talking about an ex-president? An ex is an ex. Like I tell my girlfriends, I know you still in love with your ex. But remember the reason why he's still your ex. Remember all the times why you were so stern to make him your ex-boyfriend. Excuse me. Okay? So, any of you, okay? Any of you that run back and forth to their ex-boyfriend or their ex-girlfriend, you can understand what I'm talking about. All you therapists out there, I'm calling you guys out because we're in a we can call this a class. How to address individuals that have an addiction to keep running back to their toxic ex people. The reason why you need to get rid of these toxic people is because when you was living with them and you were with them, or you had some bad times. So An ex is an ex. Ex also means former. Your former boyfriend, your former boss, your former president, your ex. So why is everyone running back to their ex-boyfriend or their ex-girlfriend? Because it's a toxic habit. A toxic habit. The reason why I can confront this is because I told you my stories. How I do not like going back to my toxic relationships. The reason why I can hold that is because I did not ever go back. Only if they cried for me to come back. Or they had an excuse. But I always knew that when I did show back up, they would tell lies that, oh, she came back on her own. She wanted to come back and blah, blah, blah. Oh, she must like the feeling. Oh, she must like being treated that way. In my situation, you could tell I've been running from them for many, many years. And they've been running after me. They've been chasing me everywhere, stalking me everywhere. Proved it many times over that they stalk me. They stalk me. My exes stalk me. My ex-family, my ex-acquaintances, the ex-people I knew, they all stalk me. Why you think they stalk all my programs that I'm in, asking all the workers, oh, you saw her over there. You saw her over there. Oh, what's she doing over there? Why is she over there? Oh, where's she going to move? Oh, where's she going to live? Oh, how's she doing that? Oh, why is she doing that? Many, many years I tried. I don't have friends. I don't talk to nobody. I kick back with whoever that kicked back with me at the time, but no more really good friends or family in that matter. That's the reason why I'm bringing it out. That the Republicans declare war against the United States of America is based on favoritism and a toxic behavior of going back to their ex-president. This toxic behavior of going back to their ex-president has causes an illusion, a veil of a bigger lie. Fluffy asked me, do you have a broadcaster you have a crush on? No, I do not. So Republicans think going to CPAC is more important than doing their jobs. Why did you vote for them then? Why did you vote for these Republicans for this job description? If they think going to a concert and go play and go talk stories is more important than them being in their job, writing down their essays and their reports of their standing grounds of why they are voting against and voting with. If these Republicans continue to do so and believe that everything else is more important, I believe that we should practice the same thing we did to them, that we did to Taylor Greene. That means they're voting and all that will mean nothing. Because they cannot execute their job. Excuse me, I'm not feeling very well, but yeah, I wanted to show people proof that I'm not lying. There is, when I say stand fast, I really mean it. So, now that you all know that I'm not lying, that the cold is going around, the flu is going around. That's why I said I need you to be proactive. I need you to practice health behaviors, and I need you to get through it. Okay? It's because if I can catch it, so can you. But it takes a lot of work and a lot of time to take care of yourself. And please spit it out, brush your teeth, and please stay proactive during this time. Sorry, I have this weird habit that I like to cough it out. So it looks like I force myself to, but I like to force myself to because I like to have that feeling that that's one less gullah that's stuck in my throat or stuck in my lungs or something. But yeah. Does make your throat real dry coughing all the time though. So these Republicans are con artists, and they're only there to spend the taxes. Because if you notice, when it comes down to how to spend the taxes and where the money goes, the Republicans are like that. They're there. Because they want a piece to spend that money. But to do responsible things, empathy, compassion, actually their job description, writing out an essay and a report based on, am I violating anybody's rights? Am I violating anybody's freedom by attempting to revoke or terminate their rights? What standing grounds do you have that to do so? Does that standing grounds have the right and the backing of the laws of the words, not your emotional feelings? Okay? So, again, the Republicans declared war against the democracy of the United States of America. The Republicans are declaring war against the United States of America. Because the Republicans are not posturing, acting, and attitude and behaviors in the morals of the words of justice, fair, liberty, and freedom for all. These acts of actions are recognized and will be noted as declaration of war to go against the democracy of the United States of America, of its foundations. The Republicans' actions of idolizing another man over the words of the democracy of the United States of America is a declaration and a declare of war. We, the people, recognize these actions and the first battle of January 6, 2021 as a full fact and a full force and effect of declaration of war against the United States of America. The United States of America cannot demand accountability against the Prince of Syria, and to the United States of America enforces accountability against Donald Trump for his declaration, his insight against the democracy of the constitutional proceeding against the United States of America by probable cause of physical evidence of the insurrection attack against the constitutional proceedings of the democracy, of the word for word, of filtering and only certifying legal votes, on the constitutional proceeding on only legalizing certified votes, and only counting legal votes. These gangs, these groups of people went against the filtering, the proceeding, and the legal way of only certifying legal votes. Only certifying legal votes. And because Donald Trump was against the proceeding of only certifying legal votes through the filtering of the constitutional proceeding, is a declaration of war against the democracy of the United States of America and the people that practice and observe and respect the democracy of the United States of America. They are declaring war against the people that believe and trust, observe and respect the democracy of the United States of America. The Republicans has declared war, and we have recognized the Republicans' war against the United States of America. We have no right to demand any accountability from any other country until we force accountability against Donald Trump. We have no right, if we cannot practice our own words against Donald Trump. We cannot force accountability against another president from another country, also Prince from another country. If we cannot account an ex-president for his declaration of war and put it in acts of action in full force and effect on January 6, 2021, the Republicans have declared war against the United States of America. We are in war because of the Republicans. The Republicans' war against the United States of America is the reason why we cannot push forward. We need our nominees, we need our secretaries, and the Republicans again are what? Delaying the votes for no probable cause. I would like this whole situation to be moved forward so we can address everything as we're supposed to. I'm getting sick and tired of these Republicans causing delays on behalf of the constitutional democracy of the United States of America. I'm getting very tired of these delays. And I'm getting very tired of the insults the assaults and the attacks and the battery against the democracy constitutional proceedings of the United States of America by the actions of these Republicans of denying and delaying and having no probable cause to not let the democracy constitutional proceedings to proceed through. These Republicans is not acting of the democracy of the United States of America. So these Republicans are acting in another way, in another form of their contracts, of other ways. Whatever contract that is that they're under is against the United States of America's democracy constitutional proceedings. This is war. Thank you, Republicans, for giving me the war that I've been chanting for. I told you. The Republicans promised war. They gave war. Why do you think they do not give a shit? Why do you think everybody in Florida does not give a shit about anybody in Texas? Even the Republicans in Florida is calling the Republicans in Texas losers. So how do you feel, Republicans in Texas? The Florida Republicans is calling you losers. Now, Republican Party, all you guys are is backstabbers. Because now your people is in trouble. Look what you Republicans did. You guys said you guys don't know these Republicans. We proved to you that they are certified as Republicans. The Florida Republicans are telling us Democrats that they are pretend Republicans. They are fake Trump supporters. Texas is fake Trump supporters. The Republican Party just turned their back on Texas Republicans, saying that the Texas Republicans is fake Donald Trump supporters. So, Republicans of Texas, if you guys are already labeled as fake, false, fraudulent Trump supporters, why don't you just be Biden supporters? Obviously, he's not going to discriminate you. Obviously, us Democrats not going to discriminate you. We're not going to tease you or call you a loser for coming and joining the Democrat side. We're not going to hate on you. And us Democrats are so nice, we're going to let you keep your title Republican while you walk amongst us our Democrats. Us Democrats will tell you, take our hand and let us guide you. Because us Democrats fight not only for you, but us Democrats are used to fighting for the ones that was disowned. Do you know that? Us Democrats are known to fight for those that was been disowned. And you Texas Republicans has been disowned. And you've been disowned by your own Republicans that you voted for, because they're not in Texas. They're in Florida talking shit about Texas, saying that Florida is awesome. Not as good as Cancun, but in Florida. Because Texas sucks right now. They don't want to be in Texas. They don't want to suffer with all the Texas Republicans. But you know who's suffering with you, Republicans? The Democrats. The Democrats still fighting, still donating, and still saying, come, Republicans, take our hand. I know you look at us as doormats and step all over us, But this is not for you. This is so when I go home, I can say, you know that dirty scoundrel that think that he's the proud con artist and walk all over me thinking that because I would save his life by feeding him. And he think he the best and the proudest con artist that he think he can con me. Nah. My reward was that I got a higher empathy. I got a higher level with the spirits and the universe itself. That in time, the jealousy around me will show me what God has rewarded me. Because where everybody jealous of me, that's where my suffering went, my enduring went. And this is what the Lord rewarded me for suffering for all those years. So, how you can say the Republicans is united? So, if the Republicans is united, then what I stand is what I stand. All Republicans no longer follow the laws and the Constitution and the democracy of the United States of America. For that, that's a declaration of war. And why isn't the Pentagon that's supposed to be dealing with this type of level of war, not dealing with the groups and gangs that had passed over the guideline and became a violent gang of insurrection and battery and failing to observe and being criminals against the democracy of the United States of America by war? 800 people invaded the Capitol is an army. There was 20,000 people all together there. That's an army. Why is the Pentagon not making arrests? Why isn't the Pentagon not suiting up and taking the streets? Why isn't the Pentagon not taking the streets? Why is FBI, CIA, and the police officers and the army and the military not taking the streets? Because do you know the day of the insurrection, they was at the door of Antifa's leader to arrest him. But they wasn't at Proud Boy's door. They wasn't at Oath Keeper's door. They wasn't at Boogaloo. It wasn't at QAnon's door. They was immediately on that day, on January 6th, was going to arrest the leader of Antifa. So I want the leader of Antifa to make a lawsuit against the United States of America for accusing an innocent man. By his vote for Joe Biden is his evidence of proof he is an innocent man. He voted for Joe Biden. So how can you treat him that way? On the day of the insurrection, you're going to arrest him. But the day of the insurrection, you never arrest the leader of the Proud Boys, because I just saw him on the news, free as a dog. Why is the leader of Proud Boys not in jail with all the other leaders and all the mafia leader gang members? I'm talking to all you mafias that's all in jail, all in prison right now. Is it fair for you for sit in jail for all the things you done, while this person doing the same thing you doing as a leader that never do the crime, but when inside, when take the order, and you rotting your life behind bars? How you feel in there? How you feel in there? Mafia leaders feeling good in there? Oh, you guys are so proud. But you want to know another reason why Ted Cruz came running back to America? What is that group in Mexico that they always talk shit about, that they're pedophiles, druggies, mafia? What that name again? The Castillos? The what? When you figure out the name that I'm speaking about, they're the ones that sent his ass back, you know. Because the people over there was giving him the stink eye, like, you like talk shit about Mexico, but you gonna come run over here. Get the fuck out of our lands. And I am very proud of Mexico's mafia. I'm in love with all Mexico's gangs because they did the right thing. They went chase out the rat and go put the rat back where he belonged in Texas. And then when the Texas people saw him, he didn't go run to Florida because he got to go hide with all the people that he think gonna protect him. Because the Republicans in Texas right now is looking at him like, how is this motherfucker get the right for tease us Texas people that we under shit and say that Florida better than Texas because it's not like Cancun. Because he's a hypocrite, because he likes to talk shit about Mexico, but he gonna run to Mexico. He wanted to build a wall between Mexico because he never liked nobody go over the border. So why did he catch one plane and go over the wall he went build? Because isn't that hypocritical that he went over the border? Anybody can talk about putting that dum-dum back into office, but obviously the people can say so, but those that appoint and those that is in high authority is no longer with it. The Pentagon is against Donald Trump. Why you think the Pentagon is arresting Proud Boys on the streets? Go watch TikTok. Get this Hollywood crying that they're arresting patriots because the Pentagon arresting the Proud Boys in Oregon. Isn't that right, Oregon? How are you doing, Oregon? Because the Pentagon is my family. And Donald Trump has been discharged, dishonored, and dismissed. That every mafia leader, every club leader, and every leader in the world and Pentagon to every country has already disowned Donald Trump. He will not touch the office ever again. There's no world leader that recognizes him. There's no one in the Pentagon that respects him. There's no one in the higher leaders that give a fuck about him. The only ones that care about him is his silly, small majority group of Republicans in Florida. I have 49 states now, because even Texas joining me too now. It used to be 48 states. Now it's 49 states. I have 49 states following through with the Pentagon of the United States of America. That is me. So do your best. Like I told that guy for telling court, good luck. You're going to need it. Because when I come around, I know depend on luck. I make my own luck. Because I know how to wing shit. Because I have many wings. And I have many friends. And I have many acquaintances that I never talk to. But they and I have the same goal. And they and I have the same empire. And they and I have put our lives on the line for this empire and this democracy. So me and my people in the Pentagon and much more will fight for our democracy. We will die for our democracy because we are not afraid to know what is fair, and we know what is justice, and we know what is freedom, and we know what is liberty for all, because we are kamikazes like that. We do not do it for ourselves. We do it for our generations. So there is a tomorrow. I promise to give you a tomorrow. So I'll do it as my best. So it's your free will to believe whatever you like in whatever religion you believe. If your religion says that Donald Trump will be put in office in 2024, that's all you. But I already know the continuation will be with Joe Biden. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will take the second. They will be the next president and vice president. By the ruling and already the judgment of the Pentagon. The plans have been set. The profile has been sealed. So no matter how much you play your games on the field, we know our time and place when to come out. You just think we the fools. But who really is the fool? Fooling the fools. Isn't that right, Pentagon? King Spades, my son. To my son, King Spades, run that Pentagon as if there's no other. You are heartless like your mother. You are soulless like your father, Samuel. But you are human, like your biological father. You are King Spades. Enjoy the show of entertainment I'm giving you. Everybody needs a show, right? This is the journey. I'll meet you at the bottom of the hill, my son. I'll meet you at the top. I'll meet you at the river. And then I'll meet you at the sea. And then on the horizon, we will rise up the new sunrise. Because there will always be a new life at the end. And it will be with you, my son, King Spades. So Pentagon, move forward and move straight. There's no reason to be a delay. To us to address the prince, we must address our problem first. That is Donald Trump. So, Pentagon, I'm waiting for you. And I do miss you. I love you all, and I miss you all. To your King Spades, from your Queen Spades. Because I'm calling out all your Queen Hearts. It is our turn. Let them collect the evil. But at the same time they're collecting the evil, as Queen Hearts, you Queen Hearts, must start to unite and address them with kindness and compassion. Because we, as King Spades, and us and me, Queen Spades, will address them with a lot of discipline. And they're going to cry a lot. Understanding will come from you, Queen Hearts. Your turn to be the compassionate one. Aren't you ready, Queen Hearts? Show me. Show me that you're better than me. That you can show compassion better than me. You can show empathy better than me. You can be more humble than me. You can be more calm than me. Let's see who really crazy as a queen. Now, all you insiders, now let's watch. And let's see how all these other people do it. Because they still think they're better than me.